Welcome everyone to the Everything Show. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Connor. What's up, Connor?
Hello.
What's up, Philip?
Good morning.
What's up, Scott?
Hello, all.
And I think today is going to be calm also compared to yesterday. But all right, Connor, what's up?
So we've got some Bond news again. This time not about directors, though. This time it seems to be about the actual film and the actual story.
Okay.
So there was a magazine today called Production Weekly, which is quite a reliable source because they get all their information sourced directly to them from the studios. They list stuff like release dates and titles and everything.
Okay.
And since last month, the Bond film has been titled as Shatterhand. Now, this was a rumor before, I think end of last year, because Philip said that he'd heard it before.
Yeah, I did.
Right.
I've heard it a while back.
And basically what Shatterhand is in the You Only Live Twice novel, Blofeld, who we all know is like the big bad of
The Bond legacy.
of the Bond legacy, is disguised as Dr. Shatterhand. And in the thing about the You Only Live Twice novel is that it's nothing like the film. The Sean Connery film was nothing like the novel. It was nowhere near an adaptation. It took little elements of it, like characters, but it was a whole different story. So the novel in itself is really still up for adaptation. They've adapted all the other novels quite faithfully, apart from really You Only Live Twice. So in You Only Live Twice, what happens, the essence of the story is, it takes place after On Her Majesty's Secret Service. So obviously with how On Her Majesty's Secret Service ends, Bond is in a state of depression. He's drinking heavily. He's gambling. He's just not himself because Tracy was killed at his wife for only like a few hours. So he is sent on a mission to Japan to almost get something for the British Secret Service. And while he's there, he has to deal with a problem for the Japanese, basically. So he's going over there to get something in exchange for dealing with a mission that they have for him. And that mission is that there's someone, an evil genius, Blofeld, who's Dr. Shatterhand, has created like a Garden of Eden. It's got like quite biblical
Essence to it.
an essence to it, like an evil Garden of Eden, where it's like poisonous snakes and poisonous plants and stuff, where very suicidal people go to commit suicide and go to die. And not knowing who Shatterhand is, Bond gets into this it's called the Garden of Death. He gets into the castle because it's Japan. It's like like how a Japanese castle looks.
Yeah.
It's got like a very Japanese feel to it. He basically infiltrates the castle and finds out that the two villains is Blofeld and his wife, Irma Bunt, who you also saw at the end of On Her Majesty's Secret Service. In fact, she's the one that killed Tracy, who shot Tracy. Which brings us back to the rumor of Bond 25 that there's going to be a female villain.
That's right. Yeah.
And it then turns from this mission into like a very personal sort of vendetta against Blofeld and Irma Bunt because they killed Bond's wife. So the whole the action sort of like happens, and it's seen actually as Bond and Blofeld's final showdown. So technically, at the end of it, Blofeld dies. Definitely, and Bond comes out of it barely alive because as he's trying to escape the castle while it's being blown up, he's shot in the head.
Oh God!
And he almost like, because I think it's surrounded by like an ocean or sea. He basically like he's dragged ashore by the waves and stuff. And he's found by Kissy, who is the Bond girl of the piece. And he lives the rest of his life with Kissy as an amnesiac in Japan, as like a fisherman. And he forgets that he's a secret agent.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, I think it's the final novel. I'm not sure.
Jesus.
Yeah, so it's technically the end of Bond, but
wow,
it's going to be more manufactured to be the end of Daniel Craig's Bond, rather than the end of Bond itself.
So he'll never remember who he was.
Yeah, so I guess, like, you know how I was saying the other day that Danny Boyle left because of the Bond dying situation. It won't be so much Bond dying; it'll just be Daniel Craig's incarnation of Bond dying, because he won't remember anything from Casino Royale to.
That's too dark, though. That's very
not going to happen.
It's seen as the darkest and most morbid Bond novel by far.
They're not going to do that. They can't do that unless they're really so gun ho for this female Bond thing of rebooting it. But that they can't do that.
I mean, it does open the door for another actor to play Bond in the next movies and beyond. But that kind of send out is a bit.
That's like a TV series that they always get the ending wrong. It's a shitty ending.
They might change the end, but I think that in terms of the just story in general, I think it's doable. And
unless they change it where he's not an amnesiac, but he's so hurt that he can't be a secret agent anymore.
It could well be that, yeah. And obviously it kind of links into Spectre, because in Spectre we got Blofeld back. And obviously, at the end, Bond went off with Madeline Swan, who was the Bond girl of that movie. And it was kind of like seen as he would never be a secret agent again. He's sort of retired. Mm-hmm. So if you come into this movie, get Léa Seydoux back as Madeline, and then kill her off.
Right, that's probably going to happen here.
Then you've got... that first block is in place for the adaptation to happen. And obviously everything, the thing is about this is that it kind of links into all the rumors we've heard. Female villain. There was something about, what was the other? I'm trying to think back to all the rumors. I think it's mainly the female villain.
Right.
That stands out as, it was about it being a direct sequel to Spectre as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which is something that we heard originally, though, when we were talking about Spectre a while ago. Remember?
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a two-parter or something like that.
Yeah, two-parter. So it kind of fits with the timeline of things. I'm personally very happy with it because it is very dark and it is very different. It's kind of how are you going to change that ending to keep the next however many movies we're going to get?
Yeah. So
be plausible.
So in a nutshell, Bond is sent on a retrieval mission to retrieve something for the
for MI6, and then he ends up being given a mission by the Japanese, and that's to infiltrate this like lair, this garden of death, where people go to commit suicide, and it's been run by Blofeld and his wife.
Right. Which would kind of tie in with the sort of like the ending being him getting either shot in the head or damaged up, because it's a garden of death, and therefore he faces death by going into this place.
Right.
So that kind of makes sense in a certain way, poetic sense.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Helena Bonham Carter, who is the rumored actress to be playing the villain, kind of suits Irma Bunt's character. Because Irma Bunt is quite strange looking, and Helena Bonham Carter, as we know, is quite an eccentric.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I was just watching the other day Terminator Salvation. And if you remember that, she was the scientist and doctor that performed the surgery on Marcus, right? And then she became the voice of Skynet. Yeah. What's up, Steampunk?
Hey, just here waiting at the airport.
Where you going?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. What's up, Steampunk? Hey. Wait, where are you going there for?
You heard there's more people batshit crazy, and they may have mistaken for a Scientologist. Is that it?
Is that it, or are you looking for like a processor?
I'm going to Dragon Con.
That's right.
Ah. Okay. Very nice. So you had some interviews, I heard, right, recently? Did you interview the Flash Gordon and stuff like that?
Oh, I interviewed Sam Jones about a year and a half ago.
Why would we got some feedback?
Yeah, I think it's on Steampunk's end.
Is that your end, Steampunk?
Okay, I switched to my personal hotspot. Is that better?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. It was like a 2-second delay.
Okay.
Is that better now? I switched.
Yeah, it's good.
Sorry about that. It was like a.
You're still delayed.
No, it's still
coming from? Who's that coming from? Scott, is that you? Let me see something. Wait.
Right.
Scott, okay. Hello.
It's Steampunk.
Oh,
I don't know.
You're echoing in time, man.
Yeah, it's gone now. See?
Yeah, you muted it. Okay.
Yeah.
We were just talking about James Bond. Are you into Bond, Steampunk?
Yeah, maybe on my end it was like a 2-second delay. Yeah, he's okay. He's okay. James Bond is okay.
So it's not a 2-second delay. It's a 12-second delay, right? 10-second delay?
Yeah, it's probably more like 12 seconds.
Jesus Christ. Say hi, Steampunk. Test 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Hi.
All right. Okay. There's not that much of a delay.
I'm traveling back and.
Yes,
I'm traveling back and forth through time. I'm traveling back and forth through time.
Okay. All right. So James Bond, you're a fan or what? Big fan? He's still looping in time for quicker. Jesus! How could he hear me 1 minute, not hear me another minute? No? All right. This is fucking crazy. All right. So, continue, Connor. That is a very dark fucking novel, man.
It is very dark. Yeah, it is considered the darkest of them all.
I don't like that at all.
I'll have to see if it's the last one or not, because that's intrigued me.
If it's the last one, then where does Bond as a franchise go from there?
Well, Bond has stopped adapting the novels since like.
Just they're going to do their own thing, like Game of Thrones, without the direction of, the creators' works. I guess, right, Connor? I mean, that's a good.
Yeah, it's the second to last proper novel.
Oh, okay.
The last one is The Man with the Golden Gun.
Okay. Sorry about that. I figured out what I was doing wrong. I had you open in another window, so that's why.
That's it. Okay.
Okay.
I apologize. And then the airport Wi-Fi was really crappy, so I switched to my personal hotspot off my phone.
Okay.
It's a little bit better than the airport Wi-Fi.
There you go. All right.
Yeah, I interviewed. You asked me earlier. Yeah, I interviewed Sam Jones back in 2016. I just got around to
I
uploading
thought I
it
just.
now.
Oh, that's nice. That's a little late. 2 years late.
Yeah, I don't know why. I guess I should have uploaded it sooner, but I better late than never, right?
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Neil Adams, I also interviewed in 2016. I just uploaded that interview as well.
Do you have any other stuff that you have to upload?
There's a bunch of like cosplayer pretty girls that I interviewed over the years that I haven't uploaded. That's not as important.
Okay.
That's pretty much the last of all my celebrity interviews that I've done so far.
Okay.
It was actually only about Sam Jones. That was about a year, well, almost 2 years ago, September 2016.
Yeah. All right. So Connor, you also told. I said this before, but let's do it again. Alec Baldwin. You want to talk about that?
Oh yeah, Alec Baldwin is playing Bruce Wayne's dad in the new Joker film.
Which
I like
again,
I like the casting of this film because it's all actors that are really well established and like they're known for like slightly darker sort of films than probably a Batman. It's a bit like the Dark Knight cast.
Robert De Niro is in there. That's
Robert De Niro is in a fucking Batman film. Like, who the fuck would have? Well, not necessarily in Batman film, but it's related to Batman. You know, it doesn't make sense.
I like that though.
Is there any itinerary of who's being cast as what, or is that just that names being thrown out at the moment?
Well, Robert De Niro is playing is it talk show host that's.
He's supposed to be the one that pushes the Joker to be the Joker over the edge.
Oh, okay, that kind of scenario. I get it. Yeah.
I heard a rumor right when the film was first announced that they're trying to get Gary Oldman back as Commissioner Gordon.
Oh wow,
that'd be awesome.
Which they need to do, I think, because he's amazing and he's the best part of them films.
Yes, he is.
No bias, obviously, but.
Yeah. I don't know. He's a great guy. A lot of films I've seen him in. So. Oh, so Tom Hardy says that there could be up to 3 Venom movies.
Yeah, it's going to be a trilogy or something. Yeah.
Which, yeah. What do we say about movies, Scott? Trilogies? Yeah.
Yep, that's the big thing. Trilogies.
Yep.
It depends if he can be asked to do it because he can't be asked to act anymore, apparently.
Yeah, that's the confusing thing about this trilogy thing there, because he's saying that he's kind of had enough of doing it. He wants to go behind the scenes and all that.
I fucking love Tom Hardy. He's so fucking honest. Like, he'll come out and he'll just say that he fucking hates acting. He fucking hates everyone on set. Like, he fucking punched and knocked out Shia LaBeouf.
Did he?
Yeah.
He wasn't very good as Shinzon.
Shinzon.
That
Star Trek Nemesis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but he was
It was
young.
his first thing, I know.
It was like his second role, I think.
Yeah.
So,
I thought he was a little bit good than that, but that's me being biased with Star Trek anyway. But
See, the problem with Sony is Sony needs a hit. And they're throwing everything at the wall more than even DC is. Where, like, we've talked about this, and it's like, oh, Venom 1, 2, 3, oh, Kraven the Hunter movie, oh, Morbius the Living Vampire movie, oh, Black Cat movie.
See, that's what they do, is they automatically sign them for a certain number of movies, whether they're going to make them or not. And the problem here is just because they're signed for it, that could mean, oh, they're used for a flashback, or they're used for just like a tiny 2-second deal, and maybe for the ad itself. That's just because they've got them signed. That
I don't know.
Legitimately.
I mean, that's not. Sometimes. I don't know if the contract extends to that, because it's one thing you sign for a whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
And then it's not going to turn into a flashback. I mean, maybe there isn't a thing in the contract that they have to, like Doctor Strange, like Benedict Cumberbatch had the contract where besides Doctor Strange, he was going to cameo in this, and then he was going to be in this, and this, and this, and this. Might be that type of contract.
Yeah.
it's like apparently Alden Ehrenreich is signed for 3 solo films.
Right. Even though they might never happen.
I doubt it's going to happen because in terms of big money makers, it's like a
Well,
flop.
here's the thing: if you're Disney and you don't want, this might be a Star Trek Discovery scenario where, like Paramount, they didn't want us to think that Star Trek Discovery is a failure, so they approved season 2 before we even seen season 1. So that way, if it does get canceled, it's 2 years later, and you can say, "Oh yeah, you know, it had its run and whatever." So this may be a situation where Disney will finance a Solo 2 without firing anybody and getting somebody in to fix it. Right. Only so that they can show that it's a success. Yeah. And it's not a failure.
Yeah.
I mean that may happen. They may do that.
I mean, I would personally like to see Tom Hardy do 3 Venom films, especially if the first one's very good.
Right.
I don't like how they've changed it, haven't they? They've dumbed it down from a rated R to a PG-13,
which is going to be a disaster.
Possibly. Yeah, which I don't agree with.
No.
So I don't know.
We had the reverse situation when Aliens versus Predator came out because we're like, oh, it's PG-13. Where's the blood? Where's this? Then they tried to do with Alien versus Predator 2, but the freaking script kind of sucked. So that didn't even save it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and now you're in a situation where they all along, the whole purpose of doing a Venom movie was for it to be rated R and capitalize on Deadpool money. And now somebody else stepped in and effed up the whole thing, basically.
Yeah.
So the Venom movie is not going to be rated R?
Nope.
PG-13. It just means they're going to cut down the blood.
So does that mean he's not going to bite that guy's head off?
That's what I was thinking.
They're not going to show him.
He's going to bite the guy's head off, but you're not going to see him bite the guy's head off.
Because that's the pinching moment of the trailer when you see him going to bite that guy's head off, and you're like, whoa, I need to see this fucking film.
Yes.
I think it's going to suck because I think it has too much CGI, and I think that you can't really have a Venom movie without Spider-Man.
Well, he's in it, but briefly.
Is he in it? What, Tom Holland?
Yes.
I thought they were working towards doing that in the movie.
I thought that I don't think he is in it.
I
don't think he is.
You don't think so?
He might be in it in like a poster or something, but I don't think he'll be in it in.
Well, I heard that Spider-Man was not in it because they were saying that it may not even take place. Well, they say that it may not take place in the same universe as Spider-Man: Homecoming, which is kind of complicated. If that's
the only way it would work out is if, and again, if it's a cameo, it's not going to happen. If the symbiote tries to bond with Peter Parker, and then he gets it off of him right away, and then it goes to Eddie Brock, meaning that's
I think the director said at Comic-Con that there's no heroes in the film, so that wouldn't make sense if Peter Parker was going to be in the film, because even though it's Peter Parker, he's still kind of a hero.
Yes.
Because I think we're supposed to see like Venom as the hero, but he's not. He's like an anti-hero.
Yeah, that's how. I mean, are they still using pieces of Lethal Protector and all that?
Yeah.
In the comic, because that's how they're going to play it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, just looking at them, scrolling at the news, and sometimes we get news that breaks really late. I don't know why, but it happens like that. So I'm just trying to see if anything just hit tonight with the news. There was also something that about the what did I send you, Connor? About Child's Play, right? The Chucky.
Oh, yeah, let me open this and see what
just so you know, the Chucky franchise is continuing in the TV series. But, and this is a new trend we're starting to see now, the reboot is also going to exist. Same thing like Puppet Master. Mm-hmm. 2 different universes. Same thing like Halloween. 2 or 3 or 4 different universes. So, people are just welcoming the multiverse theory as reality lately.
Yeah,
and
when
accepting
one
it.
sucks balls big time, and
That's Earth 2, right?
It's the Chucky doll is in the new film. It's like a robot doll, and it's a defective buddy doll whose programming code was hacked so that he has no limitations to learning and also violence.
So in other words, gone is the element of Charles Lee Ray practicing witchcraft and spells, and getting the power to put his essence and soul into the doll. It's just going to be a robot, which that sucks.
Yeah, basically it's going to be AI.
Is that one still going to be voiced by Brad Dourif?
No, not the reboot.
Oh God. Okay.
Reboot is actually going to be a reboot.
The series was going to, but the movie wasn't.
Series is going to, but the reboot is not going to have anything to do with.
Yeah. Well, they should do a Star Wars crossover and make BB-8 Chucky. I mean, he's already a Mary Sue and got Mary Sue powers.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to talk about like Last Jedi.
You know what that would actually make that better? If Jar Jar showed up and he was the one that actually programmed the Chucky doll.
I never expected that kid to go like that.
There you go. And then you can bring some Ewoks along. You know, like I would love to do a Jar Jar and the Ewoks anthology.
Yeah,
that would be great.
I can't believe that they've canned the Kenobi film.
Yeah, I know. What kind of shit is that?
Like that's probably that's the one standalone that you're gonna get everyone in the cinema for.
Yes.
Because everyone wants to know what happened to Obi-Wan Kenobi between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope.
Yeah.
It just makes it. Their plan is weird. I don't get it. But
the plan is there is no plan.
Well, I guess you can watch.
That's the problem.
You can watch that one episode of Star Wars Rebels for that answer.
There is no plan. Okay. 1 minute, he put the map in 3 different parts to find Luke Skywalker. Then it's like Rian Johnson tossing out that idea. He did his own shit. That was not the original thing that was supposed to happen. Even Mark Hamill was resistant against it and didn't like it. But of course, he went along with it. But he said, that's not my Luke Skywalker, and he's not mine either, by the way.
It would be interesting to see after The Last Jedi how Rian Johnson's trilogy is received. Because it's still going ahead.
I know. It would be interesting, even more interesting to see if J.J. Abrams had a pair and just changed shit away from what Rian Johnson was doing. Not eliminating everything, but just changing the bullshit from it.
Yeah, I think JJ is going to try and make it less like got less baggage. So he's going to try and make the storyline a bit more like I think he's gonna more focus on how to follow up from The Force Awakens than how to follow up from The Last Jedi.
I think the biggest problem is that they tried to speed through the training, where she didn't need training, and I think that's bullshit. And I'm not the only one.
I mean, the very worst part of The Last Jedi was the whole Finn and Rose story.
Yeah, I didn't need to be there. That was just a nonsense plot.
It was very...
We know that they wanted to have their own character like Rose, like Doctor Who. They can't lie. That was so they picked the name Rose, and it failed miserably, by the way, because they didn't write her like it was forced upon. Really, like he didn't. First of all, the whole plot didn't make any sense.
With the casino,
why?
Yeah,
it was just a waste of time.
And where's Waldo type of
and all the guys became stupid. And all the females became supreme intelligence.
If you dumb down that film,
well, there was another mystery with The Last Jedi. I mean, like, where was the rest of Darth Vader's ashes? I mean, surely he had finished eating all of them, you know?
Listen, the whole thing was that in Force, which I would love to have Gloria in here one day.
Oh, God.
Force Awakens, they showed Poe Dameron as calm, collected, calculating. Best pilot in the galaxy. you know, it's all about the mission. We got to get BB-8 here. Like, we can't fly off half-cocked. We can't be like, you know, he was even calming down Finn when they first got together. He said, we need to do this. Whatever, let's not, like, destroy everybody. We got to whatever. All of a sudden, we get a new writer. They make him completely the opposite of what he is, with the exception of the humor. And he is a stupid, gun-ho, like
thing.
Like, just, that's not Poe Dameron. And
that was one of the problems I had. I know we're getting off subject just a bit, but that's one of the problems I had with Lost in Space. It's the fact they did the whole thing where women were the intelligent ones, the guys were the ones muscle.
Yes.
And that's what they did with The Last Jedi. They made all the guys in that like, oh, we're just here for the muscle, swing first, think later. And then the women they had set up to where it's like, oh, we're the rational thinking ones.
But you have to understand something. This is written by a guy giving dialogue to a female. He has Kylo Ren take his shirt off, and she's like, "Oh, put your shirt off." Like, first of all, this is the guy that killed Han Solo.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be attracted to him because he killed Han Solo. You should be disgusted by it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if it's like a man or a woman. That's not believable. Putting that in the script that she was all excited to say, right. That would not. She's not that stupid, but they made her stupid in a sense too because she was so, oh my God, Kylo Ren, which makes no sense, by the way.
Well, I have an idea for episode 9. Make the melted helmet of Darth Vader the Emperor still more scary than Snoke and Kylo Ren combined.
I got one better. Why don't we make it a toaster that we could buy in Bed Bath & Beyond for $50?
That's even more awesome.
And less reason to watch. That happens actually.
And is his guard a steam shovel? And
right. Why don't we just make a breathing apparatus so you sound like Darth Vader? Right.
Actually, this would be episode 9. Be the perfect twist to bring back Jar Jar.
There you go.
Jar Jar the Emperor.
You gonna run again? Don't get hit by a car this time. That was crazy.
The airport, so it'd be a plane.
Oh no. We got to see we got some action on the kiss. He's running. The hair's like punking in the air, right?
There you go. That's real life action, man.
The podcast. That is worthy of a previously on the Everything Show. I should have did that for that shit. And then if we had the editing capabilities, then do the highlights of that thing and make it like a real commercial and shit. But no.
Why not? Why not?
Not exploiting.
Here you go. And the award for best action goes to Steampunk, and then you pan over and have Jodie Whittaker just looking like she's all depressed and sad because she lost out on that award.
She borrowed your glasses, though.
There's no running. There's no running for me tonight because I'm just sitting here charging. My flight doesn't leave until 7 in the morning, so I got a long time.
Oh, damn!
I figured better to get here and save a night of hotel stay.
Yes, Connie, you're trying to ask me something.
Yes. You know how we speculated that Richard E. Grant is playing Thrawn?
That's what I was going to mention, actually. But go on.
Yeah, he's not.
Oh, you're kidding me. Get out.
No, I'm not. He's already put a kibosh on that fucking rumor.
Yeah, that was days ago.
Hang on. Are we still getting a Thrawn character though?
I doubt it.
Oh, where did this idea that Thrawn was being in
because he looks like Thrawn. Like if you look at Richard E. Grant, like it's pretty fucking.
It's a perfect fit, isn't it? It's a perfect fit.
Yeah.
And they're not doing it.
And no, he's not playing Thrawn. So.
And that was one of the draws for me for episode 9.
I do think that girl from Doctor Who, you know, the black one, what's her name that's joining? Naomi Aki.
Yeah.
I think she's going to be Lando's daughter.
Oh yeah, she could be.
Oh, then he's going to have a daughter in the movie?
Yeah, because she was in Face the Raven. She was one of the.
Oh, wait a minute! They're gonna more females.
God.
Yeah, but you know when Richard E. Grant was announced, they announced all the new cast joining, and she was one of the names. And I think she's going to play Lando's daughter.
Is Richard E. Grant going to be like Hux's father or some shit?
Fuck knows. I think Richard E. Grant. In fact, I would not be fucking surprised if Richard E. Grant and Kerry Russell are fucking Ray's parents.
Don't say
more Christopher Eccleston in him than I do Richard E. Grant.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because I'm looking at comparison pictures, and yeah, I see it, but I see more of a Eccleston more than a Richard E.
Well, as Thrawn, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you could say that. Hang on, let me look at him. Yeah, you could, but Richard E. Grant's face is much more longer and more angular.
I know.
For the Thrawn look, if you think about it. Whereas Eccleston's a bit more rounded football head kind of thing.
Wasn't Richard E. Grant in like Warlock?
Yes, he was. That was one of
great.
That's a brilliant.
I think Ray's parents could be Han Solo and BB-8, because we're gonna find out that BB-8 is so round because BB-8's actually an artificial uterus.
Is it necessary to incorporate her parents into the next movie, though? Is it
yes.
really?
Yeah, because they want to close that off, because that's all
they need to say that Kylo Ren was flying like a piece of shit. And just,
okay.
Yeah.
I can't wait for him to yet again save another film.
Adam Driver.
That should be like a clause in Adam Driver's contract. Save this fucking film.
Wait, what is this? Hold on a minute. Why is Peter Dinklage being... What is he playing?
Oh, he's in a number of things. He's playing Rumpelstiltskin. He's playing... He's in a apocalyptic film with Elle Fanning. And I think it's Elle Fanning, or is it Dakota Fanning?
He's playing Herb...
Yeah, Herb Village of... I can't pronounce it. He was Knick-Knack in The Man with the Golden Gun.
And he's also going to play Mr. Rourke's assistant tattoo.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, shit.
Oh, well, if it's the island, you mean?
They're going to do a movie with a female Mr. Rourke.
I remember that. The plane.
Oh, fucking no. The plane.
I don't get.
D-Hammer.
Like, Peter Dinklage is the only Game of Thrones actor that's ever nominated for Emmys. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. That's interesting.
Why is that? I don't get it.
None of them are doing stuff good enough for them to get nominated.
True.
I mean, the guy that's Jon Snow was in that failed movie when Pompeii was burning, and it was like, that shit bombed. And then what do you call it? The other one, Leah, what's her last name?
Lena Headey.
Yeah, she was in fucking Pride and Prejudice and Zombies with Matt Smith. Witch Calls Dance. Yeah. And that fucking shit was like, yeah. So, like, what else do we have?
What was the
Maisie Williams was fucking... I mean, it's like all these roles that they're playing doesn't come close to what fucking Peter Dinklage is doing.
Do you find it weird that both Lena Headey and Emilia Clarke have played Sarah Connor?
Have they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is weird.
Oh.
What I think is funny is I'm looking at the IMDb page, and in The Thicket, Dinklage playing somebody by the name of Shorty, and then he's also playing the dwarf in a movie called The Dwarf.
But I loved him as fucking, he was a super fucking giant in Infinity War. That was fucking hysterical, though.
He walked on stage, walked in the thing.
I was like, oh, fuck.
Holy crap, this is good.
And he was in an X-Men Days of Future Past, which...
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah. And everything.
Because the original idea is they were going to try to CGI him to be tall, and they just decided, nope, let's leave him at the height that he was. I don't know if that was supposed to be in the movie or when they did it in the DVD deal, but that was what they were joking about.
Are they trying to explain River Song's timeline again? I just saw something else pop up. Please. Don't even try.
Oh, God.
Don't even fucking try because they get it wrong anyway.
It's true, and I'm sick of her CDs now. There's too many of her. She's meeting every flipping doctor going so far.
I don't like that at all.
No, it's like, and sometimes they say like they're not supposed to realize who she is, and it's like, why do you do that then? It's just like,
first of all, if she encountered every doctor there was, they would fucking remember her. Each of them. Eventually. And then, oh, there's River and shit. So the whole thing would be wrong, which that's why you can't do that. But
yeah,
whatever. It's overkill, really. As much as I want to see her, but you know, that's just ridiculous. Oh, there's this movie coming out. We were just talking about how the zombie craze was dying, and then we had a reaction to this new zombie movie. Me and David asked them before, and I'm going to send it to you guys. I don't know how we could do this on air, but let me just get it.
Are we bringing back trailer reactions?
I think we should, as long as you don't hear the trailer. It would be nice to see your reaction to this.
Oh. Okay.
So if you guys could watch it by muting yourselves and stuff, we won't hear it. But let me see. Let me get this. Let me find it first because I guess all this news broke today. Where the hell is this article? Oh, you know what? I'll get it on. Wait, 1 second.
God damn.
Oh, here it is. I got it. Wait. Nope. Here it is. Hold on. Okay, 1 second.
And if there's anybody you want me to interview at Dragon Con, I will try. Can't promise anything, though. You can always tweet it to me.
We will look into that. All right. This is not it. Where the hell did this trailer go? Hold on a second. Okay, here it is.
Where are you gonna bung it? Oh yeah.
Hold on. All right, I got it. Ready? I'm gonna send it to you on Facebook. Oh, you want it in the chat?
You can put it in the side chat if you want, so we'll get it at once.
All right, you guys get it in the chat. All right, so listen. Here's the rules. We want your reaction, so we want to see your video, but we don't want to see the audio because then we'll hear the movie. Unless you can leave the audio on where we don't hear it. I don't
myself and watch it at the same time.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
So we're gonna. I could see either Philip or Scott's reaction. I'll flip back and forth. You guys watching it now? Philip likes it. Uh-oh, there's a face, Connor. They're watching the trailer.
Damn.
That was very good. That was cool.
Yes.
Okay, so why don't you describe what you saw?
Right. For me, a lot of heads flying everywhere. Very hard. I like how like in the old like monkey program, you see people flying across, unaided. That kind of movement I like. It flows very well. The extras are hundreds and thousands of people. The zombie when the zombies are waking up and bending in awkward positions, that was kind of like, that's what got me. I was like, oh my God, it's like the Omen.
So it takes place in South Korea.
Yeah.
Okay, and it is in during the reign of the Joseon dynasty in Korea. So again, this is this is like basically what, like samurais fighting zombies?
Yeah.
Which is totally different. Interesting.
I could give you my impression. I just got through watching it.
Yeah.
To me, my first impression, it was like a party, and sometimes people bring swords to a party and they shouldn't, and they get hurt.
What's the name of the Mortal Kombat dude with the hat? With the frisbee hat?
And it was ashes in that party, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That film.
Yeah, I mean that was a pretty gruesome party.
What did you say, Connor?
They didn't misbehaving.
Hold on. Connor's trying to talk.
That film looks weird.
It does, right?
Weird, but it had a kind of like a groovy weirdness to it because it was just so straight in there.
And
it's like they put zombies in there. They put zombies in there without any explanation.
I tell you what, though, when that zombie tour, I did that Michael. I thought it was gonna be like a Michael Jackson, thriller kind of thing. Like,
yes. It's like the person's back goes backwards for no reason, and it's like, okay, how did this happen?
Yeah.
Are they gonna show like a meteorite come down or something? Yeah.
Were they zombies or they were just people with really bad hygiene?
No, there were zombies.
There were zombies.
There were zombies. Yeah.
Zombies take Japan.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for the Meryl Streep zombie movie that she wants them to make because she wants to just be in a zombie movie.
But
that I want
her career, basically.
No, what career's doing phenomenal. What are you talking about? Unless you're one of those antis that want her career to go.
She gets nominated for just being in a film.
She does actually. It's just like she's doing anything.
She is good.
How do you get nominated 21 times for an Oscar? Don't make any. That's impressive.
Because you have to be named Meryl Streep, basically.
What I really would love to see them do is make a remake of the the old Inframan movie. Now that was an interesting movie.
Which one?
Inframan.
Inframan. Not familiar.
I don't know that movie. Inframan.
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 Infra. Don't know that.
Let's go and look into that one.
The Super Inframan.
Yep, that's it.
Wow.
It's a Hong Kong French Euro spy science fiction action film.
Oh, it was.
I recognize him. Yeah, I've seen him before.
Oh, there it is. Okay, let's.
Oh, no, that's not Bruce Lee. That's
it's one of those type of movies.
Yes, it was. I remember seeing it in the theaters.
I have a question for Connor.
Yes.
Have you seen yet Roger Moore as sort of like James Bond thing with Cannonball Run?
No, I haven't.
God. You gotta see that, man.
Yeah, I do.
I remember that. It?
Well, you've seen him with the Muppets, though, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that was funny. Cannonball. You got to see Cannonball Run. I love that movie. Great movie. All right. So let me just check the comments before we go. See if anybody had anything to say.
Let me back.
Haters. No. All right. All right. No, there's nothing there. All right, guys. On that note, have a great night. Take care. Bye for now.
Good night.